So you landed on this video because most likely you have been trying to get a girl's attention and it's barely yielded any results. You either get ignored, she leaves you on read, you can tell that she's read your message, but she hasn't said anything, and you are probably wondering, what's going on? Did I do something wrong? In this video, I'm going to be sharing top rules for texting women and how you can make her want you. Good idea? I think so too. I'll be right back. Okay, let me just interrupt this video to say something really quick. I'm excited to share good news with you. Jessica is now on Patreon. Yes, I am now on Patreon. If you don't know what that community is about, just head over to patreon.com/JessicaOS. Now, I get tons of messages being sent to me on a daily, people having questions that they like me to answer, relationship questions. I do so on my Patreon community, so go on, sign up, be a member today, and you'll have exclusive access to me. There are different tiers, as you will soon see. You're either a supporter, a true fan, or a VIP member. So we go from behind the scenes, general updates, and live chats, one-on-one conversations as well. All that is available if you become a VIP patron. So go for it. Let's have some good time behind the scenes together. And if you like a little more interactions with me, then that's where you can find me. Patreon.com/JessicaOS. I'll leave the link in the description below of this video. And yeah, we'll see you there. Exclusive content awaits. Jessica here, welcome to my YouTube channel. Now, let me give you some rules for texting women and how, at the end of it all, I believe if you practice some of these rules, it will make her want your time and affection. Now, there are too many times when men reach out to women and they just beat about the bush without actually telling them the real reason why they're reaching out. It's different if you're just, trying to exchange pleasantries and try to find out how she's doing. But the minute you want to engage her beyond that, just move on to reason why you're texting really fast. And most likely she'll be less irritated because she knows from the onset why exactly you are reaching out. Now, don't forget, this is at a level in which you are still not necessarily a friend, maybe an acquaintance. You just met her and you are trying to get her attention. Number 5, prioritize your life. Don't come across as too needy. I'm sure you have 1,000,001 things to do other than jumping into a woman's DMs to have a chat with her. Alternatively, I do also think that you should never let her feel as if she is the only thing you think about all the time. A woman wants to know that you're also busy going about your life and making shit happen. And so if you're constantly in her inbox or in her DMs or on her phone or in her messaging app, trying to get her attention, she's gonna feel as if you have nothing better to do with your time. So I think prioritizing your life, prioritizing the things that truly matter is a good thing, because these other things keep you engaged and you're not going to be like filling all your hours, days, and minutes with trying to get this girl's attention. You sent her a hi in 2016 and you're still sending her a hi in 2022. I mean, really. Number 4, always keep her guessing. Yep. How do you do that? I say vary your response time. And I sort of mentioned a little bit about that in the previous pointer. You see, you want to create the impression of having other things to do and yet making time to accommodate the person that she is, okay? So once you've been able to strike that acquaintance, you guys have started getting to know each other. She messages you, you message her, and that kind of thing. I believe that you need to vary your response time. Yep. Today, you'll respond right after she messages you. Tomorrow, you'll hold yourself back. Give it some time. Don't always be in a hurry to respond to her messages. If you're always there, she could take that for granted. You know how people are. It's a human thing. If you are too available, soon people get fed up with you really, really quickly, especially if the relationship isn't that deep or it's still in a formative stage. And so by varying your response time, you are giving her the impression that, hey, I've been so busy, but I still got you. I'm thinking about you. You matter enough to me for me to respond to your messages. And get this, you actually create the impression that you have other things to do, but still make time to respond to her. Now, the caveat that I would place here is don't do that so often, because if she also gets the sense that, maybe this guy's too busy, To respond to my messages all the time, she might think there's someone else in your life, and that might end up working against you than for you. Number 3, thoughtful messages. So it's not just about sending a girl a message and saying, "Hi, how you doing? I was just checking up on you," kind of thing. I think that opener or that method of engagement is overstretched. You need to think of ways to engage her, a bit more. So beyond just, "Hey, I'm checking on you to see if you're having a good day," you could also say something like this. If she gave you a response like, "Oh, I really love reading books," you could say something like, "Hey, I like reading books too. What are your top 3 books? Tell me about it so I can go look for them if I haven't read them already." That is, of course, if it's true. And this is just by way of an example. I'm just saying, let your interactions with her be a little deeper than the whole surface level that most guys go, because usually I feel like they have their own intentions and, sort of find it difficult to pretend long enough, even if the intentions were less than noble. But thoughtful messages always count. Women constantly have issues with, say, that time of the month. If she's going through a rough patch, for instance, you can always just send her a little message and say, "Hey, I know it's not like the best time of the month for you, but I'm hoping that, your day is going well. Have you taken any medication to ease your pain," or something like that. So let your messages be thoughtful. Number 2. Whatever you do not send profanities or bombard her with inappropriate things. Lots of men make this mistake very early on in the development of their friendship and or relationship. I know some people like to just be themselves. Maybe you like living on the edge. You have raunchy jokes and messages that you send your friends. But remember that you do not at this point know this woman too well. And so if you just kind of send her random stuff that you send to your male friends, you might be completely off. Not every woman likes the whole profanity thing, okay? So you want to keep it clean, keep it decent, keep it intellectual if you can, depending on what her interests are, things she wants to talk about, things she likes to talk about, etc. When it comes to inappropriate jokes, you may want to shelve that completely. Get to know her a little bit and find out what kind of things actually stimulate her, what kind of conversations she finds engaging or interesting, before you go in there and start cracking jokes that do not mean anything or carry any weight for her. Keep the profanity on a low. She's not your best bud or your boy you go out with to drink at the club or at the bar. She is a woman you're trying to get to know. And until you know her through and through and know that she'll be okay with any kind of or any level of profanity, just steer clear away from doing that. It will save you a lot of trouble. And finally, number 1 is drop the boring conversations and questions. I don't know if you guys have like a little notebook that you're writing all these questions in, but it almost sounds like textbook. Keep those textbook questions and comments far away from this lady. Don't be boring. Think. The art of engagement or conversation runs beyond just sending a hi or a hello or "I'm checking on you." If you're really engaging with someone, you can usually tell by their responses. Once you start getting monosyllabic answers, you should know that you are losing very, very fast. If the woman is not distracted, then it might mean that you're just boring. She does not want to engage at that point in time, and you may want to just leave it be. Think of the questions that you do not necessarily find engaging and try and avoid asking those same questions to a woman that you're interested in. Because if you're bored by them, chances are she's bored by them too. And really be sensitive, intuitive to the kind of responses that you're getting. You may want to cut the conversation for the day and continue tomorrow. For all you know, there might be something going on in her life as well that makes her want to just not talk. And you're there trying to push a conversation out of her. Give her space, give her time. Try again tomorrow. We're still living life, and there's so many more opportunities out there for you to score. I hope you find these tips helpful. Top rules for texting women: make her want you. If there's any tip that you know about that I missed out on, drop it in the comments below. Let me know what you think as well, My name is Jessica. Thanks for watching. Smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications if you enjoyed the video as much as I do. And by all means, please share.